What's up, y'all? It's House Roast. Today I'm looking at the most expensive house currently in Utah, $48 million. You could have this for the small price of $272,000 a month. No big deal. I mean, I'm sure some of you can swing that. But yeah, let's get right to it. Um, I try my best to make fun of these listings and these houses, and a lot of the times they're really funny. But I don't know how funny this one's going to be because I looked through a few of the pictures and it looks like a beautiful property. Um, I have to say, as far as location goes, I mean, I don't know that you could have a better location. You have mountains all around you. They seem not so high, so you'd be less susceptible to mudslides. I don't know if people in Utah are really worried about mudslides, but I'm worried about mudslides. I live in Florida and it's flat. But yeah, absolutely immaculate looking property. I mean, most of the pictures I saw, I didn't look through every one, of course. I just looked through a couple, and this is just beautiful. The layout is cool. The yard looks like a really pretty place to run around. Bunch of different trees. I mean, I'm sure my daughter would love running around this property, looking at all the trees, the rocks, and everything. So yeah, totally sick. I'm interested in these two buildings. What's really going on there? Uh, Yeah, this looks like tractor type supplies, which I don't know how much are you really doing if you live on a mountain? Like, are you driving that thing up the mountain? I don't know what's going on here. If they have horses, you could definitely have horses here. I mean, you got the space. I want to see more in that garage. I'm hoping they have pictures for that. The four-wheeler pick I could do without. Beautiful mountains, so I guess I'm not offended that the four-wheelers are in it. I just don't really need them. Yeah, and also very pretty dock, nice little lake. It looks safe to swim in. I don't know how Utah waters are. You have this strange crop circle thing. I don't know if the Mormons over in Utah are thinking that an alien overlord is gonna invade or something. I actually met a guy from Utah one time, and I was like, "Oh, hey, are you Mormon?" And he was shocked. How did you know that? Well, 42% of Utah is Mormon. I mean, you could basically flip a coin, and that's a real stat. I'm not making that up. Utah is 42% Mormon. So, if you meet somebody from Utah just for fun, I would ask, "Hey, you Mormon?" They're not offended by it. I mean, they're cool. It's whatever, as long as you're not rude to them about it. But yeah, flip a coin. Somebody from Utah is Mormon. Fun fact. Yeah, nice sprinkler system for their grass. Is it just grass? I mean, if that's not a crop, I wouldn't put sprinklers on it. Let it just be grass. Make grass. It just grows, right? I don't think you really need to do that much. Alright, we get it. The scenery's beautiful and I'm jealous. Let's get to the house, man. Come on. Okay, that's kind of a pretty picture. And the cows make sense. Maybe that's why they have the water. I'm looking like an idiot now because, the cows need to eat the grass, I'm sure. Yeah, literally could not imagine a more beautiful outside to the property. So I'm hoping they didn't bomb it on the inside because they do that sometimes. You can't buy class, I like to say. Oh yeah, that nice little creek too. Oh, I'd love to watch it freeze over. I don't know if it freezes in Utah. I think it does. See, I don't love the brick on white, but it doesn't look bad either. I mean, the white additions are probably better than having it only brick, so maybe I do like that. Tile roof, as you'd expect with a $48 million house. And this is just where it gets completely immaculate. Just incredible. What a beautiful entrance. I don't I could not think of a more simple, elegant type entrance. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of strange how they have the picture frame right here. But I mean, you got freaking statues in your walkway, two spiral staircases, a chandelier that's not made out of deer antlers. Been seeing a lot of that lately. I've been looking at some Alabama homes. So yeah, beautiful chandelier. I bet that thing's $100,000 or more. I mean, you'd be surprised at the cost of chandeliers. I could maybe just make a video pricing some chandeliers. That would be fun. I mean, maybe they're custom though. I'm not actually sure how it works. I'm sure you don't buy them wholesale. I mean, what is there to say about this? This is a beautiful property. You know, I can make fun of Utah. I can make fun of the Mormons a little bit, just because I'm cool with every Mormon I've ever met. I'm not Mormon, but I'm cool with them. They're my people, in a way. Man, I could not like. I think sometimes these big rooms it gets a little confusing, like why you have a couch right here or why you have a couch right here, and I make fun of that a lot, right? But now that I'm seeing this pure elegance in front of me, I finally understand. You could have a meal with your family, Thanksgiving. The elder people in your family think, you know what, this chair is not an uncomfortable chair. It has a nice cushion, but I'm a little tired. Let me go lay down, and I can still be in the conversation for the meal. Maybe there's been a reason for having couches next to dining tables all along, and I was just too ignorant to think about it until I saw this elegant home, and I finally understand. Another pretty light structure. The roof is clearly great. Cannot complain. I mean, this house is just like everything about it seems so nice. The kitchen wood, I like it. I've never been a big fan of wood, but when you have all this, it just looks nice. There's like special terms for this. You might be too poor to understand, as I was at one point and still am. I'm still poor. Uh, but rich people have words for this. One time, when I was a realtor, I was in this really rich person's house, and it was like she was uncomfortably rich, and I felt extremely out of place because, like, I was like maybe 20. I'm talking to this lady who let me in her $1 million home, or maybe 2 million. I don't know. It was like this nice. Well, I guess it wasn't $48 million, but her kitchen looked as nice as this. And there's a special term for the wood that goes on the bottom of the granite. And she was explaining that to me, and I felt like an idiot because I'm like, why? Well, first off, why would I care what type of wood's holding up the granite? But these are the types of things that, the fine details of these really expensive homes. There's a special term for the wood holding up that, like how it's shaped or how they carve it or whatever. Yeah, a lot of times with these rich homes, the furniture like just doesn't fit the theme. Ah, man, everything. I can't even make fun of this house. Sometimes I just like to see it though. I love making fun of houses. It's way more fun than just looking at a beautiful house, but I'll look at a beautiful house too. Um, I don't. I'm not a big fan of big showers. Um, Maybe if I was throwing some Hollywood parties, I'd be into them, but I'm a simple guy. If I'm taking a shower to get clean, I don't want there to be cold air. Like I just don't feel like it'd be warm enough. Like the water might be hot, but I like to steam up the shower. So for this to be so big, I have to run it for an hour before I even get in. Um, it looks really nice though. Can't complain about that. Yeah, everything about this house, man, is so dialed in. The color schemes, the furniture goes so well in each room. None of the rooms seem to feel so too cluttered or anything like that. Even like having this green chair, just the contrast of it, it almost matches this. Like it just goes so well together. I mean, there's like a couple decorative things that almost match the chair in a mostly black and white room, and that I think it just works. What a beautiful room, but also what a strange place for a desk. Like, what do you making announcements to everybody? I don't understand. Can you imagine just laying on the thick plush carpet right there? Oh, that doesn't look like thick plush carpet. That looks kind of hard. But imagine laying on something soft, looking up at that, thinking, "Man, I got $48 million. I better go spend some of it." Again, with it's black and white with a couple accents, one color in a room. I mean, whoever decorated this house, I feel like they really knew what they were doing. This might be the loudest room um, in the whole mansion, but it also looks like a kid's room. So, can you imagine your daughter has a room this big? This room is bigger than my house. A gym with a hot tub inside? You're just getting excessive now. It's like a bar. I mean, there's not much to say. Everything about this house is perfect. The projector dropping down from the ceiling, but still having like the fancy. That's another word that you might be too poor to understand. I don't even remember what it's called. I know crown molding is on the sides, but I think this might be called something else when a roof has that. Yeah. Um, I don't know that I love this theater room, but if it gets dark, that's all you need. Like I'm used to them being closed in on the sides, but this is pretty cool too. Indoor pool with a diving board. Can't complain about that. When it gets cold, I'm sure it's heated. So, yeah, that's the last pictures of this one. Not much to say, man. Sometimes the house is just beautiful. Most expensive house in Utah. I don't think I had a single complaint about it. Just a beautiful home. That's it.